Come on. We got this. Come on. Come on. Nah. Nah. Ooh. No, 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 no. Okay, yeah, we got this.
Hey, it's vrlink here, and today I'm going to be doing my honest review on Skid. So, in October, XIO reached out to me to review their game Skid, but unfortunately I was not able to look into it until about a week ago. This footage from the review I'm making now is from a live stream that I did last week. So last week I did my first live stream on this game to kind of test it out to see how it works and see how the game is doing in that alpha process. And now, since I've been able to just sit down with my thoughts after that live stream, I think I can give a cohesive review about this game. Now, while watching this video, I want everybody to keep in mind that this game is in Alpha Stage 3. So while I review this game, I just want it to be known that it's going to be based on the fact that it is an alpha game. So it's not going to be too hard of a critique. Now, with all of that said, let's get into the review. Now, the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to this game is the different game modes that it has as options. Now, the first game mode I want to cover is Rush. In this game mode, it allows you to fight while racing. So in the Rush game mode, you're actually able to take out a giant bat and whack people with it. Now, sadly, I don't have any footage of it because while I was recording that on a live stream, it actually got deleted. So if you guys didn't know, I made two different live streams and the first one got completely deleted. So I don't really have any footage of that. But it's basically the same thing in the open world environment mode, and that's the next mode that I want to talk about. So as of right now, the open world mode is just basically you in New York City driving your motorcycle. There's really no one else around. You can take out your bat, but there's really no one to hit with it. So I think this open world map is probably going to be used for multiplayer. They do have a multiplayer section right now, but it's only for developers. The biggest difference between Rush and open world is that in Rush, you still have to win the race. In open world, there's not really a race. You can just do whatever you want. You can hit people, drive around, do basically whatever you want. And also Rush has a completely different map, so it's not set in New York, but I'm pretty sure they're probably going to make a Rush map in New York as well. Last but not least, the next mode is called Pro Race. The Pro Race mode is the most basic of all the game modes in this game. You're just racing like you would in a motorcycle racing circuit. Now, like in most other racing games, the goal of this is to reach each checkpoint and finish the circuit. Unlike Rush, you can't just take your bat out and just wham someone with it. This is an old school, regular type race. I can also see this mode being a lot of fun for people who just want to race and you don't really want to deal with all the people trying to hit you like it's Mario Kart. So I could definitely see this part of the game for people who just want to race and go fast. Now, another big thing that I think this game needs to highlight is that it has a dedicated mod menu. So right now, the only things in the mod menu are maps. So as of right now, they have two GTA maps available in the mod menu. One of them you can play and one of them you can't. Now, this mod map really does look like GTA San Andreas, but it does feel a bit empty because there's not really any NPCs around. Another thing that I also noticed when it comes to maps in this game is that they do have a lot of invisible walls. So you'll be driving and you think you can go past a certain point, but then it'll be just a random invisible wall. So these maps aren't like the really big maps that you think they actually are. So another thing that I realized when playing in the mod map and actually the open world map as well is that the AI cops are way too aggressive. I don't know if it's because I'm black or what, but they are wildin'. So basically what happens, or what tends to happen, is that you'll be riding your motorcycle and living your life, and then you'll randomly be getting hit by a random cop car that then proceeds to follow you and just try to run you off of the road for apparently no reason. These cars will just randomly pop up out of nowhere. So if the devs are watching this, please turn that down just a bit because they are just way too aggressive for no reason. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the bike control mode. So as of filming, I don't think this mode actually really works because when I put it on automatic and I go and try to drive the bike, it still drives as if you're in manual. So I still have to switch each gear. So that was part of the reason why my first stream was kind of weird, because I was trying to drive the bike basically in automatic and it wasn't really working. So that is one thing I think they are still possibly working on fully, because at least from what I've known and what I've tested out, it just doesn't work at all. You're still going to be driving in manual mode every single time. Now, something really cool that the devs actually added to this game that I think is actually, I guess, somewhat useful is the smartphone. So I think the addition to the smartphone in this game is a great idea, because it lets you control a lot of different aspects of the game. It's basically the game setting, but just on a little phone, and it makes it easier for you to understand everything. So I know you all can't really see a smartphone that well, but you can control if you're in seating, you can control your friends list, I guess when I do add that, you can control lights, you can control music, you can control so many different things just on this little smartphone portion of the game. So the only thing that I would have to say about this is that I wish the touching feature was a bit better, because it's kind of weird to touch it. Maybe point and click feature might be better to control this in the game instead of having to basically press it with your invisible finger. It does feel kind of weird and kind of iffy, but that's my only critique when it comes to this smartphone little settings thing that they did add. And also, how could you not love it? It has that little fish from SpongeBob. Now, when speaking about controls, and controls as in actually playing the game, it is kind of hard to understand how everything works. They did have a tutorial in the beginning, but for me it didn't really work well, so I didn't really learn anything. Now overall, I think this game is set out to be a very, very fun game once it is completely finished. I definitely do think there's quite a bit of VR jank in this game, so it can definitely be a lot better. And honestly, I can't really judge it all that hard, because it still is in alpha. It's not even in beta, it's in alpha. So there's nothing really I could say that would justify a really hard critique, when I know it's still being made on it and being built even better. So as of right now, I think it's coming along to be a great game. You can find this game on SideQuest for free, because of course it's still alpha, and you can also play this as a PC VR game like I did. So it's made for the Quest 2 and PC VR. If you would like for me to make another live stream video of this game, please put it in the comments below or reach out to me. If you like this video and it helped you out and you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. It would really help the channel out. If you want to support the channel even more, become a Patreon or become a member. This will allow you to get shoutouts and see your names as supporters at the end of all of my videos. If you want to contact me or have any questions, please put it in the comments below. You can also contact me on my TikTok or Twitter. All of these things that I mentioned will be in the description below. As always, thanks for watching and have a wonderful day or night. Peace out.